Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling.
The Powa Howa.
Hello again, everybody. It's Randy Hales. It is November the 18th, ready for the Power Hour. It's November the 18th. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's time. It's time. It's time for Monday Night Football. No, that's not what we're here for. That's not. Let me get my mind together here, folks. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not time for Monday Night Football. It's time. It's time. It's time for Monday Night Raw. No. That's wrong too. PJ, what is wrong with me? LL, what's wrong with me? Al and Calvin and everybody, that deadgum Thomas and that deadgum Greg, everybody, Calvin Jr., everybody, Greg Gamble, I am confused. I don't know what month it is. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what show we're doing, but I think I'll slap myself. If I slap myself one more time, I'll slap it into myself. It's the November 18th show. It is showing Power Pro Wrestling on show number 142, man. Not a lot to go in this series. January 20th, 2001. It's the Power Hour. And here we go. Watching it now. Expect the unexpected. I had myself too hard. Dang.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling.
The Powa Howa.
Welcome to a special late-night edition of the Power Hour right here on TV5. Dave Brown with Corey Macklin at ringside. And we've got a brand-new unified champion here today. And Steve Bradley, we'll see him a little bit later on. We're going to have footage of the match which unified that belt at Corinth Chaos.
Yeah.
That was last week. We'll have that for you next week. But he doesn't get to wait a week to defend that title. That's going to come up very soon.
Up. Derek King is here tonight in
Because
the Power
of
Hour.
the show being
Also, we're
preempted,
gonna
we
hear
taped
from someone
that
we haven't heard
morning
from in a long
on
time,
January
Dave.
the 20th at
Brandon
11
Baxter.
o'clock
He's
in
gonna
the
be right here on
morning.
the Power Hour
However, it
tonight.
aired
Lance
about
Cade is
2
here.
o'clock, 1
Todd is
o'clock,
back.
2
It's
o'clock,
gonna be
some
an
kind of
interesting
goofy
Power
thing
Hour.
that nobody
It should indeed
nobody
be an
watched.
interesting one. Usually they
And
are. Expect
this is
the
probably
unexpected. That's
not
the
a
motto of Power Pro
star-studded
Wrestling from the
show,
get-go.
or
And, so that's what we'll do today.
not
Expect the
much
unexpected.
advancement to
Oh,
what was
coming
going
up
on
with the unexpected. We've got new tag team
storyline-wise.
champions.
Yep.
The
Here are
MCW Tag Team
in the
Champions,
house today on the Power Hour.
the Ducks.
The Dups have developed a new attitude over the last few weeks. Not a particularly good one. Jack showing off the belt right
What have
there.
I been telling you? What
Well-
have we been saying for the last few weeks? We've been
Saying a
coming
lot of
out
stuff.
here.
I don't know exactly.
We've been telling everybody that we will be the next Southern Tag Team Champions. And as you can see, last Saturday in Corinth, Mississippi, we took the click down.
They are indeed the new tag team champions.
Well, today on Power Hour, we got a match against the Mean Street Posse.
Why, my
That's
God.
something nobody's ever seen before, but
Not much
we're going to
personality.
use this particular match with the Mean Street Posse to send a message to Shane McMahon. We're going to let him know that we are not only the best tag team in Memphis, but we're the best tag team in the business.
Oh, message to Shane. Ready for the WWF, they're saying.
Power Hour fans
And that
don't
we
agree.
are ready to step up to the WWF. Hey, Bo, who do you want to give a concussion to today? Pete Gas? Rodney? Oh, I get it. You want to give them both a concussion, don't you? Maybe that's what we'll do.
Come on.
You guys, come on.
Let's climb in the ring and wrestle.
Good
That's
luck.
a team.
Good
We've
job,
seen
huh?
teams like this
Good
before.
work.
This team's got a lot of talent. Don't
Again,
take that away
the
from
show
them. But
takes
then they've all of a
11
sudden
o'clock
decided
in
the
the
shortcuts
morning,
are the way to do
1
it.
o'clock in the morning. Outside of the lights,
This is Pete Gas
Let's
on
change
the
the
phone.
wrestling
Yeah,
time.
that Main Street Posse and walks over. Pete,
Where's
going
Rod?
on?
Where's Rodney?
Well, I went by his house to pick him up this morning, and I can't find him. I don't know where he's at. So I've been trying to call him. Look, I don't know when we're going to get another tag team title shot, so I'm going to try to take him on myself.
By
So-
yourself? That's not a good idea, Pete.
Just do me a favor.
You're saying Rodney's not here, huh?
No, I went by his house. I called him. I tried picking him up. He's not answering the door, not answering his phone. I don't know where he is. So here's the phone. If he calls, tell him to get here as soon as possible. I'm going to try to win these belts here by myself.
Well, again, I advise you against it, but I know
I
you're
see
going to do
that
what you got
phone,
to do,
folks.
Pete.
You
He's going
get
to take him
think?
on by
Step in
himself
there
and
going
against
against
the
That
Dunn.
phone
Yeah,
is
these
free
Dups are
iPhone.
tough customers, let me tell you.
Maybe
Sure,
even
at Powa, I'm
free
not sure.
BlackBerry.
Not
You
sure all
guys
the lights are
remember
on there.
BlackBerry phones? That's the first smartphone
Pete Gas
that I had.
climbs
Went
up
through
onto the
about
ring
3
apron.
of them.
Rodney not here. This is the second time in a couple of weeks that Rodney has not been around. He was not here last time
Show
because
up last
Shane
week.
McMahon had summoned him to New York, and he had to fly up there at the last minute. And now, here's Pete Gas having to go for the tag team belts by himself. And his chances,
This
good as
never
he is,
works
his
out.
chances are just not good against 2 against 1.
No doubt about it. Main Street Posse's Pete Gas steps in on this special edition of the Power Hour. Thanks for joining us. We're back on at our regular time next week.
Yes, we are.
Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Next Saturday, right here on the Power Hour. Be sure to join us from 11 a.m. until noon.
And I know this time of night there are a lot of folks who don't normally get to see us, or maybe you're thinking, well, I didn't even know you guys were still on 11 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah,
we
we're
are.
still hanging around.
Yeah, tell all your friends, because the Power Hour, let me tell you, it's better than it's been in a long, long time.
No doubt about it.
If you want to see some fine wrestling action, we'll try to give you a sample of that here
Now,
tonight.
Look at
Taylor
this,
just
Pete
saw a
Gas steps
recent
over, comes
interview
back
with
the other
Pete
way,
Gas on
and
Jonathan Coachman's
Duck was
podcast.
standing in there,
If
and he
anybody's
took him down
interested,
on a
they need to
nice
check
little
that
toss,
out. I
followed
think
by
I'll
a
check
body
that out.
slam, and
Huh?
Pete Gas looking good against these two so far.
All of a sudden, Bo heads back to the corner, hand is out, and Jack is not too sure he
Ray
wants to make the
Staten is in
tag,
the
but he
house.
does. The Dups, the new Southern Tag
Jonesboro,
Champions.
Arkansas
And they're in
Boys,
trouble
Jonesboro,
right now.
Arkansas
Champions are in a little bit
Boys.
of trouble with Pete
And
Gas
so
of the
he
Mean
died. We
Street
won't
Posse
be
from the
Jonesboro,
Mean
Arkansas
Streets.
dead because he doesn't
Well, you know, if
live
we
here
keep
anymore.
this 1 against 1, if we could keep just the legal man in the ring for the Dups, then Pete has a much better chance. Thing that just concerns me is if they double team him, then it's going to be very tough for Pete to prevail in the match.
Do we finally get to see the face of Brandon Baxter? Stay tuned, fans. You don't want to miss this. Haven't spoken with him in quite a while. Haven't seen him, and looking forward to that later on today.
Since Dr. Salmons did the reconstruction there.
You did a good job on him, too.
Well,
Oh, look at that. Little side slam from Gas. He got a pin. 2 count, and the Bo comes in.
he about pinned his partner.
Pete Gas
weather
back on his
alert
feet,
that
grabs
said
Jack,
lightning
throws
has
him
been
back out on the
detected.
floor.
2.5
So it's Bo
miles
and Pete Gas
from my
standing toe
house.
to toe in the ring. Referee looking on. Pete comes off the ropes now.
Pete turns his attention
Little
to Jack, who's
interference
outside.
from the back
Jack.
from Mike Duck,
Oh, man.
Bo Duck.
Yeah, well, there you go. That 2 and 1 that I was so concerned about. Jack
Power
from
Pro
outside
Show number
distracting Pete
142
Gas.
from
And
January
now,
25th,
watch Bo.
2001 is
He will
underway.
just go to work on him, try to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, Pete Gas came off the ropes as he came leaning in, and I'm sure he was distracted by Jack out on the floor. I don't know if he said something to him or what.
see
But
Conor
he knew
and
that
Gary
Jack
King.
was back there.
Yep.
That
Joey
stopped him dead in his
Adams
tracks.
interview.
Kind of got him in the
See
shape that
that?
he's in
Also,
there. 2
Bo
count.
steps
Click
outside
will
and
be
gets 2
involved
count
with
from
Lance
Jack,
Cage,
but
the
Pete
Haas
Gas still
brothers
alive.
against
His partner
Got
Rodney
Vic
not here. He
and
said he went by to
Seven.
pick
We'll
him
have
up. He
a
wasn't at
TV
his
title
house.
match.
I've got
Bulldog
the cell phone over here, a
wins
little
against
Nokia,
Shooter
and
Short.
hadn't
The
rang
Corey
yet,
will
so I
be
don't
in
know
the
what,
house. And Steve
what's
Bradley
going
and
on with
Joey
the Mean Street
Adams
Posse.
is
Pete Gas
the main event
fighting his way
of today's
back.
Power Hour.
Back in the corner. He's in trouble.
Calvin, I agree with you
Whips
on
across the
that.
way. The Dups make a tag. Here comes Jack.
The Southern Tag Team Champions. A little teamwork and into the ropes. They miss. Big clothesline from Pete Gas.
Pete Gas outsmarted him right there.
Good move. They're both out now. Oh, wait a minute. Here's that's Rodney.
Here comes the other member of Mean Street Posse.
Rodney
He
just
heads
busted
into the
through
studio.
door. Yeah, just bustes right through security. He's got his luggage with him. Steps in. He's telling Pete, hey, I'm here for you.
Over the
He's
ropes.
looking good right now on his own, though.
Bo.
Ducked up, whips him in. Pete ducks him, comes back the other way.
Bo went over the ropes. Both of them are down in the ring right now. The referee is right there. Can either one of them get over for a cover?
Hey,
Referee is
Billy
slowly
Jones,
coming
what's going
to
on? We're ready for a hot tag
Rodney
at
is
this
now
point.
leaning in saying, hey, come on, Pete, tag me. Pete
That is
looks up
from
and
Little
sees
Rock,
him,
Arkansas.
and he's looking at him like, yeah, now you show
I'll
up. Where
be
you
in
been?
trouble.
Yeah, I know the
Close to
Power
you.
Hour was on late tonight,
Thanksgiving.
but we're not this late for crying out loud.
Come on, guys, not a time to argue right here.
Come on, a little shoving match going on between the two.
Look out, Pete, from behind. The Dups are both right there.
Oh, there's that brain scrambler. Boy, that hurts me just looking at that thing. Give him a Anderson, a Tylenol or
You got
something,
it.
because I'm telling you, that does not feel too good. The
No.
Ducks get an impressive win once again here on the Power Hour.
And he didn't intend to do it, but Rodney cost Pete the match right there, the distraction. Pete was doing pretty well by himself, but the match goes to the Dups. The tag champions walk out of here. They got to be very happy with getting the victory, but Rodney shows up late. Standing by right now, it's a couple of guys that they're problems. Scott Vick and Seven. Let's see what they have to say.
7, tonight, the countdown to extinction begins again with the Haas brothers. Haas brothers, you see, we're at the top of the food chain. It's only the natural order of nature that the strong survive. And well, since we're at the top, that means you're at the bottom. You see, the millennium of aftermath has begun. Haas brothers, you call yourselves the Haas of pain? Well, today, prepare to feel our pain.
Scott Vick and Seven. Coming up, the showdown at the Nut House. That's right, at the ASU Convocation Center, Wednesday, February 21st. It's about a month away, but you'll want to make your plans to be there, because look at that card. Triple H, Kurt Angle from the WWF. Look at all the other names. The King is going to be there. The Cat. Many, many more. That's all coming up in February in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
It's the Power Hour. We're here. I'm Randy Hales. Adam Dunn is producing. I thought it'd be interesting just to kind of shoot the you-know-what with you guys, and we don't exactly have to, our relationship doesn't have to be all about wrestling. I was wondering something, I had a question, because it was kind of big news last week in the TV land, in the world of television. And it was interesting because last Sunday, a week ago Sunday, was the season premiere of Yellowstone. Now, I grew up with the Bonanzas and the Big Valley and Bonanza and Gunsmoke and all those great Western. They were absolutely fantastic, and certainly one of the modern Westerns that is great is Yellowstone, and Yellowstone debuted last Sunday. Watched the whole thing. It was about an hour and 10 minutes. And it was, I thought, very interesting. It was good, a big angle shot as the main star was killed off. Did anybody watch Yellowstone? Because very good. How about it, folks? Let me know if anybody watched Yellowstone. And the other question I want to ask everybody is, the other night on, I forgot what the heck it was on Netflix, it was the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight that ended up being streamed and watched by 60 million people. 60 million people. Now, here I am trying to get conversation, trying to get answers, and I gave you two subjects. Did you watch Yellowstone? Want to know that. Not getting any answers at all about that. No answers at all. How about that? Team Hales is snubbing me. As Robert says, talking about Michael Butler in Humboldt, Tennessee. Nobody answered my question. You know another thing? You guys ever watch movies? I watched a movie I watched about 5 times. Maverick Top Gun. I watched that. That aired
Corey
right
said a little
before
bit
about a
earlier,
week
there's
ago.
somebody
the
that we haven't
season
seen in a long,
premiere
long time. Right here, the
of
Bad Street Music. And you know, we're talking about
The
Brandon
Yellowstone.
Baxter. You know, he
And
had,
Greg White
had the
did not
problem and had the
speak.
face reconstruction
They
done.
talk about
Well, here he
that's
comes
where
again,
crack,
out this way. And we're going to
crack
give him a
White,
minute
and
just
here comes Brandon Baxter back
to
to
say
the
a
power.
word. Just that, and I see you're still wearing that goofy mask. Brandon Baxter under the mask. Come on, let's just take the mask off right here and be done with it.
You know, Dave, for the last couple of months, everywhere I've been the laughingstock. I've been the butt of all the jokes.
Greg, I saw
You
Maverick
call
Top
me
Gun
names,
done
these
3
people
weeks
call
in a row. Never done that for any other movie.
You mean booty face?
When it first came out, first
And
week,
then
and
people
then
ask me, Brandon, why are you wearing the mask?
saw
Why
it
are
on
you wearing that
TV
stupid
on
mask?
Paramount
The
Network.
reason I wear this mask
Same
is because
network
I don't
that
want to
airs
show
Yellowstone.
what Dr. Salmons
So,
did to my face.
didn't
But
want to
before
talk
we go
about
any
it,
further, I got a little piece of videotape to refresh these people's memory
recorded that
as to
last
why
hour
I
and
had to
20
go to Dr.
minutes of it.
Salmons. Roll that tape.
That's the king right there. Again, Brandon brought this on himself.
That's one of the best working
Lawler didn't just walk up and do that. He did it for a
fireballs
reason.
I've ever
I
seen
saw
My head was
in
engulfed
my
in
life.
flames, right?
Yep.
Well, you were back there, and so was Corey Macklin. When I went back there to the dressing room, I threw a big fit. I raised such a stink that Jerry Lawler said that he would send me to his personal doctor, Dr. Salmons, right?
I thought that was great of it.
I thought so, too. And I thought maybe Jerry Lawler finally had a little bit of heart instead of the black heart that I thought. But I was wrong, because it ends up that Dr. Salmons was nothing more than a quack. Dr. Salmons was out to make jokes and ruin my face. When I woke up from that surgery,
No
I opened
radio
my eyes and I
speak
looked
that
in that
nobody
mirror,
but
and you know what I saw?
Dunn
It was a
would be
horrific
interested
sight.
in. It was in the Joe
Because
Pro
Dr.
News
Salmons, it looked like he had tried to
today
play connect
where
the dots
the
with my face. It was a
satellite
big
is
joke.
housed
He just
for
did what he could with
the
what he had to
AM
work with, I think.
station
So
for
then I decided that I needed to
EAB
go somewhere to have
was
my face
broken
reconstructed to its
into,
original
located
beautiful
close
state,
to the
right?
Arkansas
Because I was
State
a
University
very
Farm
good-looking
Lot,
man
Arkansas
before that fire was thrown on my
University,
face and before that surgery.
the
I hear that
Arkansas
reaction.
University
So I thought
housing
about
and,
looking around
and
Memphis and
campus and
finding a good
everything
doctor.
else. It was broken
But then I thought,
into
well,
and
you know, nobody in
severely
Memphis is as
damaged.
good as somebody
Severely
from my
damaged.
home state of
Thank
Texas.
you, Al. I appreciate
So
you
I
sending
went
that.
back to Texas to have
I'll
my face
listen to it
reconstructed,
properly and not
for the
watch
last
it,
6
so
weeks, I've been
I'll
doing
listen
just
to it
that.
on my phone as
And
I'm
I've got
driving
good news.
tomorrow.
You may want to tell Joe
In
Burns
case
to
of
do a
any
feature
cuss
story on
words,
Action
I
News
won't
5
do it with the
because
cuss word
my
endings all
surgery,
with
my
you.
final stage of my surgery will be complete
Hey,
in the middle of
Richard.
next week. And right here next Saturday,
I've had a
I
shirt
will
today,
take
people.
this mask off. I will show the world my face, and once again, the ratings will skyrocket because all of the women across the Mid-South will once again be able to see the man they lie awake at night and fantasize about. They'll be able to see the female fantasy Brandon Baxter. And Jerry Lawler, you've cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm promising you, and I'm promising those close to you, that I will make your lives miserable. You can take that to the bank. The mask comes off next.
Well, good. Well, we'll see next week how the Texas reconstruction
I'm glad we
has
didn't
gone.
do
And
that
Brandon Baxter
in a show
heads
that
out
aired
here
at
once
1
more
o'clock in the
underneath
stinking
the
morning.
mask.
And you know, he's talking about the people down in Texas doing the surgery and all that. I thought he's really going to come up with something different.
Well.
Look at this. Here comes Con. He has arrived back in Memphis and back on the Power Hour. And he's got his personal business advisor with him.
One with
CB White.
CB White.
White,
Yeah. He's more than a personal
Against
business advisor. Every now and
PK.
then he'll interfere in the match
Gary
too. Don't take him lightly. He's a problem in the corner.
Segment
Another
2
thing you
on
got to
the
remember
Power
with
Hour.
what Baxter had to say, Corey, you got to consider the source when you consider everything he said. Coming this way right now is going to be Mr. Personalities, Derek King, to step in the ring. Here he comes.
He's got his hands full today with Con right here tonight on the Power Hour. Referees in the ring. Cons are across the way, and as soon as he gives us a signal, we'll get this one on. This is going to be a goodie right here tonight on the Power Hour. There's the bell, and we're ready to go. Yeah, I thought Brandon was going to say maybe he went and saw the surgeon that did Diana Ross or Michael Jackson or something, and he comes up with this thing of some surgeon. Maybe he's down in Austin, Texas, where the president-elect was at.
I don't know. Could be, or I don't know. Somewhere in Texas, he said. Whatever. Next week, at our regular time, 11 o'clock on Saturday morning next week on TV5, it'll be the unmasking of Brandon Baxter. At least that's what he promised.
One count by Derek King and a quick one. Yeah, we know how Baxter promised.
Yeah, that's true. Again, consider the source.
Yeah. Nice hip toss from Khan. Oh, he misses. Misses with the elbow as he comes out.
Missed big. This Khan is, he came into Power Pro and really caused some problems with that Oriental spike that he uses. Here's Derek with a cover. Can he hold it? Nope.
What a move from Derek, followed with a bulldog on Khan. Sets him up, the former television champion. Whips him in hard across the way. Across the other side. Oh, but Khan catches him with a clothesline. This Khan can wrestle, boy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he can. He's tough.
He is tough.
One thing about that Oriental spike, some of the wrestlers watch videotapes and went to school and learned how to do some counters to prevent him from setting up on that hold so often. So he's not as invincible as he once was, but he is still incredibly tough, and he doesn't lose many matches.
Two. Quick 2 count, and Derek King able to kick out of it. Boy, it was close on Mr. Personalities. He was in a bit of trouble that time. Right hand from Khan, and again. You know, we had a lot of trouble with this Khan before in that Oriental spike.
Yeah, that whole. Of course, Eddie Adamson was out here trying to get that banned, and he was exactly right. It was banned, and then CB got it overturned. CB what? There's a problem.
Yeah, big problem. Look at this. Sunset flip. 1, and Khan's out at 1.
Derek King
Still to
is
come
just a
tonight on the
tremendous
Power Hour.
wrestler.
In
He
case you
was early on
seen Power
as
Pro in
well,
the last couple of weeks.
early
Look at that
in his
slam.
career.
2 count.
Very
Just gets the shoulder.
exciting
Almost had it. The
young
House
wrestler.
brothers have been
Well, he's a very exciting
impressive.
older wrestler.
And I'm telling you, they're going to be right here tonight on the Power Hour. Also, Bulldog Reigns, the television champion, is here in a title defense, and the new unified champion of Power Pro Wrestling MCW, Steve Bradley, is here tonight on the Power Hour.
Yeah, he won that unified situation. He won both belts.
The super kick.
Yeah, but it was not under the most
Stevie
ideal
White,
conditions.
I think he'll
Can he
get
get CB?
Whoa, hey, look at this.
pulled over the top
him in
rope.
there.
That distracts
CB
Derek. He misses
that
the
super
super kick
kick.
there.
Thought he outsmarted
Yes.
him. Look out behind. Ooh.
Face buster from Derek King.
With the Facebook
Oh, look out, Derek.
buster
Watch out
by
behind.
Derek, and uh-oh,
He's going to get it on him, too.
that
Right there, he
killer
gets him.
move, and
Here
Derek,
comes him below the
low
belt, comes
blow,
back.
the face buster again,
Face
and
buster on
Richard
Khan.
is 1,
He
2,
got it.
3.
1, 2, 3.
Big win
Uh-huh.
by
That's what I'm
Derek
talking
King
about.
on
Derek King
the Power
gets the win on the Power Hour.
Hour.
And he did it really 2 against 1, Dave.
And he did it. He broke out of that Oriental spike, but he did it in a bit of an unconventional way, but it worked. He got the victory. Joey Abs would like to be the unified champion. Let's hear from him right now.
Yeah.
Steve Bradley, you walk around here like a tough guy carrying the unified MCW and Power Pro belts. Well, I don't know if you remember, but I am a former MCW champion, and I'm coming for your belts today, and I'm leaving here with them. And Victoria, if you get in my business, I'll tell you what, I won't hesitate to pick you up over my head and drop you right in the middle of the ring. If you don't think I will, just try me.
It's the Power Hour tonight. What do we have planned for tomorrow night? Now, I've been hyping the fact that the highest grossing year in Memphis Mid-South Coliseum wrestling history was 1983. And we will talk some and a lot of 1983, but I got to show you highlights of the last main event of 1982. We spent 2 weeks on 82, and we didn't talk about the very last main event of the year 1982, and we'll see about 3 minutes worth of highlights tomorrow night on Talking Memphis Wrestling. A very controversial match for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. Title on the line at the Mid-South Coliseum, Jerry Lawler and Nick Bonkwinkle. And we will certainly take a look at that, and we will talk about that controversy. What happened in 1983? There's a lot of talent. Beautiful Bobby Eaton here, Bobby Fulton, Jesse Barr, Mike Boyette as Apocalypse, King Cobra, Dutch Mantell, Terry Taylor in 1983 as the Southern Heavyweight Champion, Sweet Brown Sugar, the debut of Adrian Street and Miss Linda, Jim Cornette, Bill Dundee, Jake Rougeau. We also saw Sabu, the Fabulous Ones, the Sheepherders. We had many appearances by Nick Bonkwinkle. Also, Lawler teams up with Terry Funk and Coco Ware. That all happened in 1983. Then, in the 1st of March of 83, Jerry Lawler did a little power play. More details tomorrow. I took over the booking job. That was one of the stipulations, doing that, and a lot of stuff went on. He created the Galaxians. He created the Rock and Roll Express. He brought back in Austin Idol. Absolute fantastic year. We'll talk more about that certainly tomorrow. More about that later in the show.
Lance Cade climbs up on the ring apron and is about set to go for his match. If we can just get his opponents out here, his opponent out here, we will be ready to go with this.
Here comes Spanky.
Wait. What is
this?
This
Isn't his opponent. Here comes this Jason Sensation.
And the Click.
Yeah, Click 2000.
Jason Sensation out here with the butt. Not Corey. What? Corey's right here. Say hello to Corey. I'm Dave.
Here we are, the reason all of you have been staying up late to watch us, the showstoppers, the headliners, the main events, the Click. And if I've said it before, I'll say it again. We'll change the face of wrestling in this millennium. Mark my words. Give him the goods, Dragon.
The word from Jason Sensation.
Lance Cade, come on
The
down
American
here
Dragon.
real quick. We've got
Brian
some things
Danielson.
we need to straighten out.
Lance is
WWE champion,
accepting the
former
invitation.
AEW champion.
You got a match up here, and okay, I'll
Lance
listen.
Cade, right or wrong, we all went to Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy together.
Right.
Lance, right or wrong, when we came to Memphis, we decided that we'd stick together through thick and thin. We decided we'd form the Click, right?
You're right.
Wait a second there, Lance. Unless I'm mistaken, you said we'd stick together. Did you say we'd watch each other's backs? Because I've been watching their backs. They've been watching our backs. But where have you been, Lance? Is it that hard to understand, you big dumb gorilla? Is all that peroxide seeping into that brain of yours? You're either with us or you're against us, Lance. What's it gonna be, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you where I stand, Spanky. I stand in Power Pro Wrestling. I stand one step away from the WWF. And right now, I'll tell you the truth. I stand by myself because I don't agree with anything that you've been doing out here week in and week out.
Yeah.
Are you saying you're against us, Lance?
No. I'm not saying I'm against you guys, but right now, I stand by myself because you're an embarrassment to Shawn Michaels. You're an embarrassment to the Click. You're an embarrassment to everything that we've worked hard for.
There you go, guys.
Well, wait a second. Sounds like you're against us, Lance. Is that, Lance, you know what? Forget it. We'll see you later, Lance. See you later.
All right, well, oh, look how Spanky turns on Lance. Now the Click, all of them, jumping on Lance Cade out here.
Well, that wasn't a good sign.
Come on. 4-on-1 as they attack Lance Cade.
Schultz has got him in a shooter clutch here. And Spanky taunting him.
Sensation. I'd like to snap him right in the face.
Here comes help.
Some help. Yeah. Bulldog Rain, Blade Boudreaux.
And all that Allen Steele. In the ring. Here comes a referee. Hey, these two guys, just leave them in the ring. I'm going to ring the bell because let me tell you why. These two have a light heavyweight match scheduled later on. Let's just do it right now.
Yeah, sounds good to me. A 2 count, and we almost had us a new champion. All that Allen Steele going after Spanky. Whips Spanky across the way now. He flips over and comes back.
Very good action-packed match.
Flying elbow.
Spanky
He's got another pin.
Allen
1,
Steele.
2. Kicks out at 2. Referee William Gibson confirms.
Two of the most mobile men in the business right now. They can
telling
both move around this ring. Spanky and all that Allen Steele. Spanky climbs up on the ropes. Allen Steele waits for him and then goes after his feet. He just knocked him off the ropes. Now Allen is climbing the ropes. Spanky out on the floor. Allen springs way down. My goodness.
Right out on that concrete floor. There they are out on the floor. Light titles at stake. Jason Sensation. Boy, he grabs the leg of all that Allen Steele and takes off.
Allen turned with that right fist doubled, and Jason Sensation decided, oh, and now Spanky returning the favor, coming off the top rope on all that.
Catches Steele.
Back in the ring. Both of these guys really sacrificing their bodies for the sake of the light heavyweight title, which is at stake right now. Unfortunately, in the possession of Jason Sensation right now.
Yeah.
That's where the title is.
He hooks the leg at 2 count. He's able to kick out of it. Steele swings and misses. Spanky comes back with a big right hand. And a cover from the champion at 2 count.
Can't make it stick. Allen Steele still in there as he challenges for Spanky's light heavyweight belt.
Steve Bradley
The click fell apart here a few minutes ago as far as Lance Cade goes. Bunch of guys who all went to Shawn Michaels' school. Lance says they're an embarrassment. He's not being a part of the clique anymore.
I think
Spanky came
might have been
flying out of
stuff
that
going
corner.
on
Steele had
behind
his
the
knees
scenes.
up. That stopped
The
him.
WWE
Oh,
office
look at that.
with the wear off
Jason
that I was
Sensation.
trying to wear off. That
Boy,
showed
that
the
Jason
turn.
Sensation can get under your skin.
Oh,
It is a real
we
problem,
did
let
what
me
I'm
tell you.
saying.
I'm telling you.
There's a cover by Spanky. 1-2.
He's up at 2.
A bit of unconventional interference by Jason Sensation with Spanky over in the corner. Now back to the corner. This time all that comes in a little too quickly. Spanky caught him with a boot.
Nice move. Tornado DDT. And Spanky climbs the ladder. He's up on the ropes, on the top rope. All that's out. The frog splash. He misses.
This is a good match. What do you think, people?
Still alive in this championship match.
Yeah,
Spanky.
It's the Power Hour on the air on November the 18th, showing January 20th, 2001, show 142 in Allen.
Goes
Looking
up to Spanky.
good.
Whips him into the ropes now.
Big high back body
Nice
drop.
back drop and down from all that Allen Steele.
One of the disadvantages we've just seen when you go into the air that much, once you commit, you got to land sometime. If your opponent moves out of the way, you can be in trouble. There's a great move by Allen Steele. He dumped him down.
We'll be talking about 1983 for several.
Very close to having a new
3
champion
weeks
here on the Power Hour today.
Just a great year.
Glad you joined us this late
Tomorrow night
night.
on Talking
Whether you're
About
rolling the
Wrestling, deep
VCR and
dive
watching us back, or whether you're watching us live
1983, including
right
the
now
Bill Dundee
at this
Bill
early
Turn
morning
of
hour.
1984.
Remember, next week and just about every week from now on, we're back to our regular time. Wrestling is still on TV5, 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. Just pop it on Channel 5 and enjoy it along with us.
Allen missed that
No doubt
splash.
about it. All that Allen Steele misses with the splash, and Spanky, the champion, back on his feet.
Al,
And boy, I'm telling you, you can't give a guy like
I
this
think it
any
was a
kind
lot
of
more
leeway.
than that.
He hooks a leg 2 count. I thought he could have had him right there.
I did too.
Man. There's Jason Sensation over
you know,
Howard.
Vince McMahon
He thinks he got a slow
Allen
count.
It's all back.
certainly Vince
Allen had him
wanted
for
to
a
go
2
with people
count.
that can make him
All
money.
he's able to get is Spanky.
not
Immediately
influenced by
back
the
up on
talent.
his feet and on top of it.
Came at him with a forearm and
Unless
knocked him off his
maybe a
feet. These
top
two
talent.
really going at each other.
I mean, what action. Sunset flip. Can he get him down with this one?
Nope.
Spanky
Oh, now he does.
stops, hooks the leg. 2. Spanky
Very
rolls
good
out of
match. As Al said, great
it.
match.
Still,
And I agree.
Tornado Bulldog and down on Spanky. 1 and
Jason
What is he
Sensation grabs the
doing?
referee and pulls him out of the ring. Alan Steele may have had the 3 count right
what
there.
a goofy little guy is this Jason Sensation.
Whoa.
72 morning, Mount Day.
Steele
Get
just,
him out of there.
he let him have it.
Spanky's
Look out.
got the lightweight title, Dave. Look at this. He just popped him with that thing. See, that's what I'm talking about, that kind of stuff.
He got
3
it.
count,
He got
Jason Sensation sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, but the champion retains the title tonight on the Power Hour. Let's take a break. Be back with much more. Stay with us.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Power Hour. We are, I'm looking at the time, we're over halfway through the Power Hour. A lot of great comments. Not a lot of people watching. I hope a lot of people watch tomorrow night on Talking Memphis Wrestling. I told you some of the stuff we'll talk about on the show tomorrow as we deep dive in to 1983, and I will go over the videos. In the first video we show tomorrow, highlight piece from December the 27th, 1982, Jerry Lawler and Nick Bockwinkel highlights. We show 3 minutes, 25 seconds of that. Also, the Fabulous Ones against the Moondog highlights, 7 minutes and 2 seconds. After that, we see the Fabulous Ones and Jackie Fargo destroying the Moondogs, getting their revenge, 5 minutes and 17 seconds. And then we'll to go through this, and it'll be several weeks going. We will show the fantastic story of the heel turn of Bill Dundee. We will certainly see the start of that, the beginning. It's 348, the beginning, as he started getting an attitude with Terry Taylor. Part 2, 407. Part 3, 244. That's more with Terry Taylor. Dundee with a great classic interview, all dressed up, 327. Then part 6 is Dundee talks about Dutch Mantell. Then Dutch wants Dundee talking for 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Bill says everybody's jealous. He talks 6 minutes 41 seconds of that. And Al asked the question, will we have a full crew tomorrow night? And I am not sure. I will be here. I think Pat will be back, but I am really not sure because I've sent the notes just like I sent them to you every week, Al. I sent them to the entire panel, and I did not hear back from anybody. So I can't give you a promise, and I may, as when we get out of here and I'm off screen, I may shoot a text to them and see if we can get any answer. So if I can update you on that, I will. Let's go back to church.
Just it's not something's not working. I don't know. My head's not clear. I don't know. I'm gonna get going. I just got time to think, man.
That's cool, bro.
All right.
All right, dude.
I'll see you.
All right, bro.
How about that, huh?
Problem with the Mean Street Posse right there after a couple of weeks. So we'll see how
what
that
happens.
develops as the
Yeah.
week goes on. Right now, we got a match coming up right here. Got here on the Power Hour. Already, we've had a tag team match in which the champions were in here, the Duffs. Here comes a rugged duo right now. We're talking about Scott Vick and Seven. As they head into the ring area, referee William Gibson is right there. As their opponents come in, and their opponents, we've seen them a couple of times now
time of
on Power Pro
year,
Wrestling.
Oh, I like these guys,
PJ,
Dave.
it's
I'm here
hard
to
to
tell you.
get
Their
full
debut
credit.
got rave reviews from the
Been
fans.
through it a while,
Here are the
haven't we?
Haas brothers, collegiate wrestlers from Seton
Missed that
Hall.
2 weeks.
All-American wrestlers, too, down there, I must
Michael
add.
That's right, who have turned pro. Now,
100%
I guess
positive about
one
that.
of
You
the
guys
recent
probably know more
examples
than I
who's
do.
a graduate, if you will, of Power Pro Wrestling in that wrestling style.
Pat was
We're
here
talking
last
about Kurt
week, said
Angle,
that he
who was
wasn't
here
going
what,
to
a
be,
year,
but
year
he
and a half
did, so
ago.
I
Big gold
prepared
medalist
about him.
and is
and
now currently the WWF champion.
Yeah, look where he is
Kurt
now.
said
And
he
the
wasn't gonna be
question
here,
in
but
my
he
mind,
was
are
here,
these
and
guys
that
next?
changed up
They certainly
everything.
have the tools. They have the
Kinda
talent.
like knowing
Let's see if they develop
in
as they
advance, but
continue their career
understand
right here in Power
things
Pro
happen
Wrestling.
last
What a great
minute.
observation.
You
Well, I'm
know,
telling you,
we
these
all
guys look
have jobs and important
almost
jobs
like they
and
could be all
important jobs.
brothers here. I guess
So at
triplets.
times
These
that
House
happens.
brothers and Kurt Angle. Speaking of Angle,
Yeah.
he's going to be in our neck of the woods soon. What Al Roker says.
He'll be in, that's right, he'll be in Jonesboro on February 21st at the Nut House up there.
Into the ropes is the House brother. I don't know if that's Charlie or Rush fans. Maybe we can identify him here in a second, but I'm telling you, it's very difficult to do between these two. They look so much alike. But they can go, let me tell you that. That's Charlie, I think.
Charlie is coming in now. That's Russ. Swings 7 in, and here.
Oh, yeah, nice move. Right on top of 7, and 7's down and a pin. 1 count, 2 count, and he's up.
He was
What's that
very
for Scott Vick?
Yeah, he was very close to a 3 count there, but Scott Vick broke it up.
I'm telling you, look at this. Nice power slam. 1,
Pat,
2.
I have a little
Referee William
few
Gibson right
answer
on
for
top of
you.
him. Boy, these
The
House
full
brothers
crew
move.
will
They're
not
going against a
be
tough competitor here.
there,
This 7's no
be here
pushover.
tomorrow
Here's Scott
night.
Vick.
Michael
Very,
St.
very
John
rugged.
in the house.
Nice
Chris
move.
Ellison, I
Those short
cannot
clothesline,
have
great
work
teamwork from
commitment,
these two.
and we have
Johnny
not
and Russ
heard
Hall.
from Pat Brown.
Sometimes that's what it takes. So
No
round
full
behind
crew,
7 now.
and don't count
7
on it
over to
very
the
much
ropes near the
this
corner, and Scott Vick with a big
time of
elbow
year.
just smacked him as he was over there.
Watching
Kind
the
of scripted with it as he went by
power
the way
right
there.
now
Scott Vick.
from January
And 7
20th,
chops the leg down on him.
2001. 7 and Scott Vick makes
This is a type thing
very
where
big
guys like
team.
7 try to find us any
The
kind of
Hot
weakness which
brothers,
they've just created and take advantage.
Charlie Hot
And
and
they
the
continue
late
to do that.
brother,
Scott
the
Vick
late
holding him up
Russ
from
Hall.
outside. 7.
Double teaming him over there,
WWE
ref.
developmental
Referee's trying to get
people that no
Russ
longer
out.
with us. We saw Lance Cade a little later on the show.
There's a tag made.
And now we're seeing Russ Haas
Scott
no
Vick,
longer
forearm
with us
across the
as
back.
well.
The
So
Haas
people
brothers.
from the
Good looking
WWE.
tag team here. In some trouble at the moment due to
You
a
know,
double team.
Not
Scott Vick and
sure
7.
status
There's a
of
cover.
Peter Schultz.
Vick has him for a 2 and not quite a 3.
Brian Danielson alive. Brian Kendrick, Spacey is alive.
There's a tag.
Jason
tag.
Sensation
Referee
is
acknowledges
alive.
it.
Yeah, he made a blind tag. The referee was right there and saw
Yeah.
it, though. So he said, yep, come on
is
in.
alive.
Here comes Russ Hall. Look at Russ go. He's going on top of 7. Over the top rope he goes.
We'll see her in a
Down
little
the
bit.
floor. Oh, but he just...
Steve Bradley, we'll see a little later on.
7 just
He's
dropped him
got
and
the
pulled him out of the ring over
Joey
here.
Adams,
Meanwhile, in the
I'm
ring,
not sure
Scott
of his
Vick
status.
nailed in the corner.
Yeah, Charlie Haas going after him. Charlie whips him in. A reversal. He comes off, comes back the other way. Big
17
kick from
minutes
Scott Vick.
Left in
Man,
this power
scissor kick.
hour.
From Scott Vick, that slows him up.
Scott Vick trying to take control while it's 1 against 1. 7 not in too good a shape down on the floor, and Russ Haas back up in the ring. Here he comes, steps through the ropes, helps his brother out, and now Scott Vick turns, sees him, takes a
This
swing. He's around
particular
behind,
time,
dumps it
Richard,
down to the mat.
Reggie
Great
was not in
move.
Power Pro
German
Wrestling.
suplex from him. Could
About
this
3
do it for
weeks,
the
I
Haas
think
brothers?
about 3 to 5 weeks from now, he was back in
watch
Power
him.
Pro
Yes.
for
Wow.
at the
Man,
end
a
of
action
the
in the ring
series,
as it
at the
comes.
end of the
1,
ring.
2, and 7 grabs the referee.
He just pulled him all the way out of the ring. Not again, looked like he was watching the monitor from the earlier match, and he just grabbed the referee, pulled him out of the ring. That stops the count at 2.
I tell you, referee, I think hit face first on that floor down there.
Uh-oh, 7 sprays that mist in the eyes. Charlie Haas in some trouble now. His brother Russ down on the floor. It's 2 against 1 in the ring. Scott Vick drops him down. The referee sees what's happening, climbs in the
1,
ring, makes it
2,
2 and 3. Is
Got
that it?
him.
Yep,
1,
he calls
2,
for the
3.
bell.
Well, what a tough roll for the referee, man. He went flying out there on that concrete floor. Hit face first right on that floor. I don't know if he's even up.
Very.
Gets up and gets the count. and they get the win.
Very difficult for the Haas brothers. They have nothing to be ashamed of there. They just got to learn how to go 2 against 1 from time
That
to time.
was
Not an
the
easy thing to
Haas's
do.
first
We got more to go.
loss
Don't
on
forget, the
Power Pro
unified
Wrestling.
champion Steve Bradley's going to be here. And coming up Saturday, next Saturday, Paragould, Arkansas at 8 o'clock, the National Guard Armory. A lot of big stars going to be there. And don't forget Friday night in Brownsville, Tennessee at the National Guard Armory.
When we come back, who let the dogs out? Bulldog Reigns in action.
Power Hour, as we have had an interesting show. Again, as I explained, this show was taped at 11 o'clock in the morning. Because of preemptions, it wasn't aired at 1 o'clock in the morning. Knowing the audience would be light, the audience would not be our typical audience. We didn't want to go ahead and show too much and waste time with very few people watching. As Al says, the WWE had to be pleased with the way these guys were developing in the ring and on the microphone. To tell you the truth, some people in the WWF did not like how they were being booked in Memphis Wrestling. They were not too much of a fan of the style of Memphis Wrestling. They certainly didn't like the fact that we used local talent. That's just honest. That is an honest situation. Be sure you follow us. Me on Facebook, also me on the Power Pro Wrestling and the Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame, all on Facebook. I have 3 Facebook pages. Also on Twitter X, it's at RB Hales on X or Twitter. And 2 YouTube channels. At Randy Hales is my YouTube channel, and Classic Memphis Wrestling as well. PJ has the comment right now, and she's replying to Al Tuttle, and we'll get that up there. And Bret Hart once said when Memphis guys went to his father's promotion, he didn't have to worry about their mic skills. And you know, I think maybe David Schultz was up there, and there were several, maybe Ken Wayne and Danny Davis, and certainly mic skills are something that I think that helped. Most of the local Memphis wrestlers grew up watching Jackie Fargo and watching Jimmy Hart and Jerry Lawler and Austin Idol and Handsome Jimmy Valiant and Bill Dundee, and being in the same dressing room and getting to learn from them. And I think that's absolutely great. You know, I know the big deal, and I haven't read up on it, but there's a big deal going on with the WWE.
Shooter Schultz in the ring with his back to you there.
ID
That's sensation is going to be in his corner. Who let the
part of the
dogs out?
developmental program, and I have ideas about that.
Bulldog Reigns, a
And
TV
if we have
champion. He's
time
got the
on
belt
this
around his
show, I
waist.
will get to
He
it. As
heads for the ring right now.
Right?
The title is on the line here today. Oh, the
Hey,
crowd
Brooks.
with the Bulldog Park as the very popular Bulldog Reigns heads into the ring. I tell you, once this guy dumped C.B. Wyatt as his business manager, his career really took off. Shooter Schultz, he's not as big as Bulldog, but he is tough. He is in great shape. Very muscular wrestler.
Shooter whips him in. Big shoulder block from Bulldog. He steps over him, comes back the other way. Boy, what action here tonight on the Power Hour. We've had some tremendous wrestling action here tonight. Body slam from Bulldog. Comes back with a clothesline, and there's that bark. Fans love it.
Bulldog working on Schultz. It fires him across the way. Oops.
Whoa, runs in and nobody home. Shooter Schultz immediately goes to work on that shoulder that he rammed right into the ring post.
Yep. It's a smart move by Schultz. I mean, we don't like to see it, but that's, you got a weakness, you work on it, and that's what he's doing. Shooter Schultz again, stretching that arm,
11 and a half
working
minutes
on the shoulder. The referee's right there asking if he wants to give it
Power.
up. Bulldog so far saying no. Heard the referee yell no, that's what he's saying. Jason Sensation, problem
Next
right there at
week,
ringside.
Steve Bradley
Don't
and
like seeing him
Pat
out
Pete
here.
Gas.
He's
The
already
main
been a
event.
problem
He
today
was
as he was out here in an
Bulldog
earlier
Reigns
match
and
with a click.
outrageous.
Fans got
Also,
a
we'll
little jet
see
going on
Brandon
for
Baxter
Jason
against Cat
Sensation over
Victoria. MCW tag title match. The Hot Brothers
Jason
against
Sensation, the
We will
Master of
also see
mimicry.
if we take
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler interview, the click against
But he
Paige,
does so
DK, and
well.
Alan
And look at Shooter
Still
Schultz.
Big Show, show
Man, he's
number
found a little weak
143
spot on
next
Bulldog
week
range,
on
and he's
the
working it
Power
over.
Hour.
It's not a good start to this match for the champion with the belt on the line. There's a cover. 1, 2. Jason Sensation had already counted 4. He is screaming at the referee.
And it was a 3 count.
Yeah, slow count, slow count. The referee says, I counted it fair, I counted it 2. Now be quiet.
Bulldog runs in, comes back with that big shoulder. There's that flying shoulder. They're both down, referee counting.
Here's Bulldog coming back with that forearm. Backs Shooter Schultz into the corner. Across the way, into the turnbuckles. He comes in, and this time he nails him.
Wow. Bulldog range working him over.
Popping him with a fist. Referee's trying to stop him. The crowd counting along.
Jason Sensation just pulled something out there.
Yeah, he slipped something to
What
him.
is that?
Looked like brass knucks. He's got something around his right
Yeah, it
fist.
sure does, doesn't it?
He
Man,
smacked Bulldog Rage. The Bulldog went down like he'd been hit with a brick.
That's a 3 count. Oh, my goodness. We've got a new champion tonight on the Power Hour.
Jason
a new television
Sensation.
champion at that.
Celebrating for Shooter Schultz. Shooter Schultz and Jason Sensation double up. Here comes Lance Cade out, and he's talking to the referee, and he's telling him what happens. He says, check him out. He's got something. The referee checks. Aha, he finds it. There it is. He grabs the belt.
Snatches the title from him. Good move, ref.
Now Schultz turns on Lance.
Look at this. Little schoolboy. 1, 2, 3.
There's a
He
3
got
count.
him.
Yeah.
He got him. That was a real 3 count. Bulldog range retains the television title. The Bulldog keeps the belt here on the Power Hour tonight.
And in the back, Steve Bradley is there with Victoria. We'll be back in a moment. Right now, let's go to them.
Spellbinder, you came out last week and called me fat boy? Well, it looks like after Corinth, my friend, I gained 20 more pounds. And Abs, you want to come out today and take my title? Well, I like my belts like my women, 2 at a time. And Steve Bradley always gives you mofo your money. And the only thing you're going to find out is who your daddy is. And your daddy is Steve Bradley.
And Joey Abs, you said you were going to grab a hold of me and drop an absolute. I don't think that's going to happen. First of all, I don't want your scrubby little hands on this perfect body. Secondly, I don't think Steve needs my help. Are you forgetting? He's the unified champion. And guess what? When we leave here today, he's still going to be the unified champion.
Let's go, Victoria.
When we come back, Joey Abs will try to take the unified title from Steve Bradley.
It is a unified championship match. Joey Abs against Steve Bradley coming up. As Al liked that last interview for sure. Al also says Corey and Dave did a great job of enhancing the guys as well as their energy and excitement on commentary. I think there's no doubt in the world. And the key, what would you say? You guys have watched, most of the people watching now have watched most of these shows. So what was the key to success of Power Pro Wrestling? You can say there was kind of different keys at different times in the Power Pro run. I think a key for the entire series was the excitement and the commentary and the credibility of Dave Brown and Corey Macklin. I thought early on credibility right off the bat. That original main event on the very first show set up the tone, and the tone was this was going to be a show featuring classic Memphis wrestling. The main event of the first show was Jerry Lawler against Bill Dundee. We also debuted the Young Gun division, and at the same time we had the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, the Lawler-Randy feud. So much in that first several months. Then it became the developmental part one and great stuff there, and then the Randy Hills, Brandon Baxter, Michael Hayes feud. There is just so much. But the question that I ask, and again, every question I'm asking, nobody's answering, what was the key, the number one thing of the success of Power
You
Pro?
have seen
Let's
the man
go
working
to
out.
this
We're going to
now.
bring him in here right now as he challenges for the unified title. Unified title held by Steve Bradley, won just a week ago in Corinth, Mississippi at the Chaos there.
Here he is.
Here comes Joey Abs right now, headed into the ring.
Out
He climbs up on the ring apron. I like the way he comes out
consistency
here.
of the
doesn't come out with a lot of
commentary
fanfare, a lot of
in
music.
the
He's
book.
been working out. He just all of a sudden shows up, steps in the ring. Now the music starts, and we're going to see the champion coming this way.
Here's
Led by Victoria.
leading the way.
Look, she got a garbage can lid with
Now,
her.
see, that's the kind of
She
stuff
has
It was
that
one
we
period
need.
of time.
You
Where
know, I may
Jim Cornette
agree with
was-
Victoria on a couple of things. She may have the perfect
And
body
he
and a
was
nice
not
looking girl and all that stuff, but
exactly-
she comes out here with a can
Well,
turned trash
PJ
can.
Cooper was
Yeah,
a
and
great
to hang out with
and
a
I
guy
agree
like
with
that.
that. I
Two
think
belts,
that's the
yeah, we've
exciting
seen the two
part.
belts. And gained 20 pounds last Saturday night, he said. That's true. In Corinth, Mississippi, he picked up both the belts. He is the unified champion. Maybe not for long if Joey Abs has his way about it, though. Let's see what happens as the referee signals for the bell, and
Yes,
we are
sir.
underway at this very late night hour with a unified title match.
Not many of these this time of the night, is
Not
there?
this time of night. The winner walks out of here with both belts.
Whoa! Big shoulder block from Joey Abs. He steps over, comes back. Nice hip toss on the champion. Takes Bradley down. Body slam. Boy, look at this Abs go. He's all about it. Talk about being about it. He is about it today.
And all of you who are watching it at this late night hour, I want you to take a look at both of these wrestlers. Both are going to be WWF stars in the very near future.
No doubt about it.
You keep your eye on them. And
Guarantee
remember,
you that.
they were right here on the Power Hour. You
We
saw
all thought
That's
that. They
as
thought it,
Steve
Corey
Bradley
thought it,
goes
I
against
thought
Joey
it, the
Abs.
You know,
fans
it was just
thought it.
within this
It
past year,
just
Dave
did not
Bradley, we
happen.
saw guys like the
And
likes
that's
of
a
Kurt
shame.
Angle, J.R. Smooth, who's now Rikishi Fatu. All these guys have been right here through Memphis, Tennessee, and have wrestled in this ring
Corey Dane's doing a good job
on
of
this
getting that
television
over.
station, and now they're superstars in the World Wrestling Federation.
And that tradition continues.
Look at Bradley with the big boot on Joey Abs. Stops him there, and Victoria over across the way.
Using the ropes to
She
choke
does.
Abs.
Taunting them there over there.
The referee backing Bradley up. And now Victoria grabs.
she jumped.
Victoria
choking him.
interfering
Well,
in the match.
Bradley
That's
started
not
choking
real
Heads
ladylike,
up.
Victoria.
Not at all.
Come on. What's up with that?
Getting close to my
Steve
bedtime,
Bradley
so
picks
it will
up
be
Joey.
a very, very
Body slam
quick,
and down.
quick.
Comes over that
close,
moonsault. He hooks
and
the leg, 2 count.
It's gonna go quick.
Man, what action from these guys.
Bradley's tough. He thought he got a slow count. Boy, there have been a lot of accusations of slow counts by referees today. I frankly haven't seen it. That was a good count.
That
there.
was.
He just couldn't hold it for the 3 count. That's how tough Joey Abs is.
Doggone good job from the referees here today is what I've seen. Especially all the abuse they've been through here on today's Power Hour, tonight's Power Hour. Back at regular time next week, fans. Don't forget, 11 o'clock next Saturday morning. Little knee lift from Bradley stops Joey Abs.
Yep, he leaves him right there in the ring, heads over to the turnbuckles. He's climbing. He's on the top rope. The referee is saying, wait, what are you
He
doing?
stops him!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Great move by Joey Abs. He saw what was happening. He just waited till Bradley was most vulnerable. Now he's got him. He springs, rocks him.
I agree, Greg, that the biggest star of the
Big
bunch
time
was
suplex right off the
American
rope.
Dragon, because he didn't make it at WrestleMania. One of the most
Both of them
memorable
suffering from the effects of that.
WrestleMania.
They're both on their
history
feet
for
now.
New
Bradley comes
Orleans.
back. Look at Abs with the right hand. Right across the top of the head of Bradley. Whips him into the ropes now.
Joey Abs trying to take control right now. Time is winding down here on the Power Hour as this title match continues. Uh-oh, referee, he got kicked. He got kicked right under the nose. That hurts. There's the absolute by Joey Abs. Victoria
Come on,
grabs
Victoria.
him, picks him up.
There, that's completely
Joey Abs
disagree with you. We had a lot of effective. Oh no, he said we didn't have a lot of ineffective over talent. I agree with
from
that.
behind. Bradley found the garbage
thought you were
can
saying we
lid, and
didn't have a lot of
Victoria now
respect
rolls under the
over the
ropes
top.
out of the ring.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Here comes the
Look at
spellbinder
this.
in.
Look at this. The
Oh,
former
Evolution,
champion.
Look out.
Whoa!
Man, he clobbered Bradley with that bottle.
He smacked him, and he just stands there and stares at him after the tainted victory that Bradley got last week in
We haven't
Corinth.
heard from him
And
all
the
night
referee,
tonight. I didn't even see him in the dressing
Kurt
room
Angle,
today.
of
the
course,
referee called for the bell. I tell you what's happened. He's
was
just
probably the
disqualified
biggest
Joey
star that
Abs
was in
because of
Power Pro
interference.
of all
The
time.
Spellbinder
That
jumped
was
in there.
a
Spellbinder.
more long-term
Spellbinder, what
thing
brings you
than
out
Daniel
here?
Bryan.
I know you're unhappy.
Hey,
Can
Spell,
we
because
get
he
a
certainly
word
got
with the Spell?
injured.
He's not going to talk. He just came out and did what he felt he had to do to get even with Steve Bradley for what happened to him last week at Corinth in Chaos. Well, as we said, expect the unexpected. That was unexpected
I'm
for
telling you,
everybody here.
Bradley's not getting up. He's not moving, Dave.
We're out of time. We'll see you next week, 11 o'clock.
Don't forget, we'll be right with you next Monday night for show number 143 of the Power Hour. Tomorrow night, looking at 1983. As I'm so excited about that, the Dundee heel turn of 83. Hey, how about that? We have told our story, and it's time for us to say goodbye for our great team of Team Hales. And for Alan Dunn, who is the producer of the show, Randy Hales, saying good night, everybody, for the Power Hour. Yeah!
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling.